After 25 years of marriage, his wife left him.
I was in the middle of planning our 25th wedding anniversary. She just sit me down and said, listen, she wants a different life.
But God did this.
I bless God. The relationship that I have with him, you say your relationship with God should always be striving to be better. But where I am, I just thank God and bless him for taking me through.
Hello, Overcomer. I am Patricia Daly, your host of Raw and Unedited Stories. We continue to look at clips of 2022. And these stories are here to remind you, no, don't give up. God is able to work it out. He got a man's woman pregnant.
I got a man's lady pregnant in 2006.
What lady?
But a man's lady pregnant.
Man's lady. Okay, somebody else's woman. Wow.
God. Love my son. And I when I speak about my son, it's like I'm going into a different realm. That boy is so special to me in so many ways.
She almost lost her virginity.
There was one guy in particular, he'd taken me out to dinner and all this other stuff, but I invited him back to my place. I don't know why I did that. But they got really hot and heavy, and
but God did this.
Something happened where on the floor,
gunmen killed her brother. They were on the way to kill her and the rest of the family.
Oh, it escalated. It got from worse to worse. He and a friend had a fallout, and the friend, was upset, and they actually murdered him.
But God did this.
I did not believe in angels, but that night I became a believer. This gentleman from nowhere came banging on the door, and he was like, Miss Jolly, open the door. And I'm like, who is this? I got a little afraid, but he said, I'm here to tell you that you need to get out because they're coming to kill you guys. Get out. Wow. And without any form of hesitation, we ran for our lives. They burned our house down.
She was raped multiple times, but God did this.
God has been so good in my life.
He was shot and paralyzed.
I find myself on the ground. Cannot move. I'm trying to move and I cannot move. My feet, them just won't let me move.
But God did this.
God is always there, and you can have that sense of his presence there when you just leave everything into his care. Because I'm telling you, I'm a living testimony unto the goodness of God, But what God has done for me, there's no other one. No man on this earth could do it. Only God alone.
Her husband almost killed her.
Arguing and stuff. And this man bodily picked me up. That was the first time I experienced physical abuse. And lift me up on my back, hit the ceiling, and then he dropped me back.
Wow.
On the floor. And the wind literally was knocked out of me. And my son at that time was about 3 or 4 years old. And I was just...
But God did this.
I said, Lord, I love sex. And I don't want to be having sex out of marriage. I'm asking you to send me a husband even before I come out of this divorce. Because I am telling you, God, I will have sex.
Imagine her husband painting the refrigerator.
At one stage when the stress was heavy on me and I came home from work and saw my husband painting the refrigerator, I said to the Lord, Lord, preserve my sanity.
But God.
We are more than conquerors through Christ.
Amen.
And I think that had been the purpose all along. I think that the Lord wanted me to share the testimony.
Imagine a child wanting to commit suicide.
got to me at a certain age. I think at about age 9, I became suicidal. But I realized trusting God and knowing the relationship, and I will mention that several times. If I never had a relationship with God, you would not be having me to talk tonight.
God, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in every weekend to Raw and Unedited Stories, where stories are told to uplift and brighten your day. Stories that motivate and inspire. No, these stories are not here just to entertain. They're there to encourage you to press on through the crisis that you experience every day. And remember, thank you for those who have already subscribed and those who have shared. Continue to share, subscribe, and like so that we can put stories out there that will benefit others. Have a blessed and phenomenal day.